YouTube, what's going on? Back with another video. And today we got a video from Poetic Flacco. Title of the video is "The New Dwight Howard Allegations Are Nasty and Horrifying." Damn, what Dwight then got into now? The only allegations I know about Dwight is that, they say he like to play with the people that think they other people. That's, those are the only allegations I know about. But before we get into the video, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and after everything's done, you can leave a comment and all that. Let me know what you think about the video. So yeah, let's get into it.
These new Dwight Howard allegations are very disturbing.
To know me, I am so prideful and so private. It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way.
That's Dwight Howard's wife, Amy, and she released that video about 30 minutes ago. She proceeds to go in on Dwight Howard and exposes him. Now, she will list out her reasoning for why she's exposing Dwight Howard at this moment. She will say, "I can admit it right now, I feel ashamed. I cringe when I see couples take their issues to the internet, but I was humbled with understanding because now look what I have to do to protect myself. My husband put himself in a position that resulted in CPS being called to our house 3 times in less than 2 months. But 3 days ago, they were called again and they left with our daughter. I have personally had to call the police on them 3 times in barely 14 months marriage. Everyone around me told me you made a commitment through sickness or health, and that played with my mind after I filed for divorce at 6 months. I came back because honestly, I tried to listen to the married people around me who said it was too soon to walk away. But now, what I've gotten myself into, my stepson is only 12 years old. When CPS and police came to take our daughter, my husband needed an alibi to collaborate a lie. I told him I wanted no parts. In return, he coached my stepson to lie. I recorded me talking to my stepson. You can hear him replying to me, telling him, "I know daddy made you lie on me to police." You hear him replying, feeling guilty for following daddy's rule. You'll hear me tell my stepson, "I still love you," and he replies, "I love you too." My stepchildren love me. I could say so much about the pain I've personally endured, but it's about these children. I am deeply heartbroken right now to have to advocate for minors' voices and in return lose a marriage that I was so happy to be in. She then proceeds to get into this very vague story where she accuses Dwight Howard of doing things to his kids. Doing things to his kids that lead CPS to keep coming to the house multiple times. Now, every time CPS comes to the house, she will say that, she covers up for Dwight. She covers up for Dwight. She covers up for Dwight. And she talks about the struggle of covering up for Dwight Howard, right? Because she doesn't know if she's doing the right thing or not. And she wants to advocate for the kids, but she don't want to turn on her husband. This is very concerning, all right? Now, again, it starts off very vague. She would say that she covered up for her husband until today when Dwight Howard apparently threw her under the bus. So apparently CPS came to the home to investigate something regarding the daughter. And while they were investigating, Dwight Howard, according to her, coached his son to lie to CPS and put the blame on her.
I hate that I can't keep this a secret. I canceled all my food delivery subscriptions and upgraded to Cook Unity. And it's
My marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self.
I have a daughter, and somebody outside of your family or whatever can call CPS being vindictive, or if there's actually something going on. So those are the situations that can happen. So who called CPS? I'm pretty sure y'all didn't call CPS. So who was it? You got to think about who was it. The kids? Are the kids down up CPS? Either or, you covering for him is not helping the situation. If you have to make up a lie, he's doing something that he's not supposed to be doing.
Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying Even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, through this, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. But it's not even about me, it's about the kids. The stuff that I have to go through with the kids, I have to be witnesses to. I'm at the police at the house. They ask me questions. I don't know how do I lie for my husband. I've never been married before. I'm in love.
You just said you have like you paint the picture as if you're witnessing something bad. So if you witnessing something bad and there's kids involved, why are you choosing your husband over protecting kids? And it's not like there's some lie going around and you don't know. You said you visibly can see what's happening. So why are you on the internet crying, talking about, I don't know what to do? Common sense, adult, is you protect the kids. They might not be your kids, but you can't come to the internet crying like you the victim if you just said the kids are the victim. That's weird.
My husband, I don't want him to get in trouble, so of course I'll be his alibi, but this is going way too far. And now I'm getting mixed all in this. I have been with this man for 14 months. I cannot ruin my entire life for something that this person is doing. I just cannot do it. I tried to get so much help. I asked for counseling in our marriage. We went through 2 different counselors. When I say I love my husband, I don't want to leave my husband, but the positions he keeps putting me in, and it's all over nothing. I keep telling people he needs some help, y'all.
Sound like he beating them kids. I'm gonna keep it being. It sound like he beating them kids. He being a little too rough, or a lot of rough. I don't know. Sound like he might be abusing them on that. And the way she making it sound is like he overdoing it, taking out his frustration out on his kids. But if that's the case, it's like you have to be an adult and say, all right, you doing too much. Like, if he can't listen to you, then at that point you have to do what's best for the kids. This is weird. What she's doing, this is weird. It's 100% weird.
Live with him. This is not him. This is not Dwight. This is trauma. This is everything he's been through, but just not the kids. I have to advocate for the kids. And I can't go down for what he's doing. So they took our daughter. And I'm just sitting there like, do I speak up? Do I be quiet? What do I do? But I caught this man. I caught this man forcing our 12-year-old son to cover for him, his son, to cover for him. He had him lying. I recorded it.
It gets to a point in the story where I have no type of sympathy or empathy for any of the adults in the story, Amy nor Dwight, right? The only people that I'm concerned about is the kids, because it still looks like Amy is still trying to protect Dwight, right? Because she talks in, like, it's vague, right? Tell us what Dwight is doing to the kids. Tell us. Tell us what you had to lie to the investigators and to CPS when they came to the house. What did you lie about? Because if kids are being harmed, we need to know. If Dwight is harming these kids, we need to know.
If CPS ever come to the house and you got to make up a lie, you are the problem. Even if it's not directly coming from you, you are the problem. If you have to make up some crazy lie when kids are involved, you are the problem. It's as simple as that. Like, you hiding something. That the only thing that can come to my mind is the reason why she protecting him is if he's like disciplining them, and she feel like he might be going too far. Other than that, I don't, because if it's something more than that and you hiding it, then yeah, and whatever happened, then you need to go to jail with him if you hiding that. But if it's like, I don't want to tell on my husband because he disciplining them, but I don't like it, but he is the father, so I don't really, you know what I mean? But he technically is breaking the law. So what do I do? It's kids involved. I can understand that. But if you're not saying nothing, granted, you came to the internet. At this point, you might as well tell it all. If you come to the internet.
But it looks like she's still protecting Dwight. She's still refusing to tell us what Dwight is doing to these kids. But then she's telling us hey, I want y'all to help me help Dwight get off drugs. Then it gets to this bizarre part where she pulls out bags of drugs and shows us how much drugs Dwight is doing. Now, Dwight got like a half a key, like of the booger sugar, just in the house. I mean, this is drug use I've never seen before. But I guess this is what you do with drug use if you are, a 100 millionaire. But Amy is crying, and I'm like, yo, again, I felt sorry in the beginning of the video. Towards the end, I felt no pity because she's still protecting Dwight. Tell us what Dwight is doing to these kids. Tell us what exactly Dwight is instructing you to lie to CPS about. Because if kids are being harmed, we don't care about Dwight's drug use or y'all marriage. We care about these kids, baby.
He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help. And ain't nobody would have fucking listened because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. He needs some help. And this is it. This is what I'm losing my marriage to. This right here. I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it. I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you're lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this, but you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me, and I can't let you do it no more. I don't want to share the dirty secrets. I don't want to go out like how everybody else did this, man. But I got to protect myself now. I'm uncomfortable. Now, I don't know what is going to, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. This man has the money. This man controls it all. And it's not about no money. I've been with this man for 14, 15 months. I never asked him for $1, nothing. I'm not on the credit cards. I just love him for him. But this shit is going too far. And I'm so embarrassed that I gotta even I'm just like, I don't know what to do. When I heard my stepson being coached to lie on me, I gotta protect myself now, and I know it's supposed to be through sickness and health, but this shit is scary.
Let me get this straight, okay? So you was comfortable.
Okay. You embarrassed, but you came to the internet. That's a little weird, but okay. 2, okay, even if he has a drug problem, he like to do coke, which is crazy, but okay. Why did you bring it to the internet? Why did you bring all the drugs to the internet? Now that was blurred out, but why would you do that? What do you gain from that? Showing the world that he's on drugs, that he does drugs, right? My other question would be, how did you get access to the drugs? Have you done drugs with him? That's why you know where the drugs at. Like, this whole situation is wild. It's wild without any information. And so far it's wild on her part. Like, all she got is allegations against Dwight, but it's like, you the one on the internet crying, holding drugs up and not giving no information. So now you're saying that kids are being harmed in some type of way, but you're not saying how. And then on top of that, you saying you want to protect your husband. You don't know what to do. What?
An abuser of children, as long as that person didn't turn on you and throw you under the bus. But because the abuser threw you under the bus, now you're coming to the public asking for our help. Do you understand how crazy that is, man?
Real crazy.
If this man is violating children, he shouldn't see the light of day. You should tell what the secrets are. But she says, I don't want to tell the dirty secrets. Why? Why? I'll be real, bruh. If it was up to me, CPS is coming and taking every child out that household until we know what those dirty secrets are.
Yeah, it's weird. Why they only took one child? Usually if something happens and it's like that crazy that they got to take the child at the home. They usually supposed to take all the children. I don't. That's weird that they only took one child. Mm.
Sounds troubling. Now, she will continue and she will post what she will say is footage of the stepson confessing or admitting that he lied to CPS on her, right? And that Dwight coached him.
I'm not mad at you for lying on me. And I love you still. And it is no beef, David, okay? You don't have to hide from me and run from me. I miss Amber. I'm going to be in this room in the corner. I'm not bothering you. You're innocent in this. But never forget, when you lie on people, David, you can get them killed, sent to prison or jail. You can. So you must always tell the truth.
Yeah.
Telling the truth of what you lie, how you made them lie.
That's weird. This video is mad weird. Cause first off, it feels like you're coercing him into something. You know what I mean? It feels like, yo, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna record it. Cause the kid ain't really say nothing but I love you. I didn't hear anything else really come from the kid. But Dwight heard her talking to him, and he came upstairs and he about to, I don't know what he about to do, but this whole video is weird. It don't prove
What are
nothing.
you doing in Layla's room? Framing her? He's literally in her room, framing her. And I'm going to record it all.
If this is your introduction to Dwight Howard and his family dynamics, boy, I have to tell you, the rabbit hole runs a little deeper. There's a lot more nasty things in regards to Dwight Howard and his kids that are out there. I think one of his sons is like a serial predator. Like, this kid was out here touching other kids. I think it was already.
Serial predator is wild. Serial predator as a kid, I don't know the situation, but he must have been out there just touching people just randomly, like, just, if that's the way he made Flacco making it seem. If that's not the case, that's nasty work to put on the kid, to call a kid and put on the kid, to put on anybody. But I've never heard of those things coming from Dwight Howard's kids. Maybe I don't know. That's news to me. I don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes, pause, but yeah, that's wild.
Like, found out that he actually did this and they had to take him out the home for a brief time for therapy. So there's a lot of weird things going on with this family that's already been going on. This time around, apparently there's some more nasty stuff going on that they won't tell us. Now, just me knowing and being privy to the first incident regarding Dwight Howard's son that was out here touching them little kids, we need to know what's going on. Because the history of the family dynamics tell us that kids are being victimized. Either they're being victimized by other kids or by adults. This situation gets crazier because Dwight Howard's first baby mama reacted to Amy going public with her issues with Dwight. The first baby mama will say that when Amy and Dwight first got together, she came public with similar accusations against Dwight Howard that Amy is going public with now. But when she came out with the accusations against Dwight Howard, Amy joined Dwight Howard to slander her, defame her, and call her crazy. And Amy will say that she was only coming out and accusing Dwight Howard of these things because she wanted Dwight Howard and Dwight Howard didn't want her. Fast forward, now Amy is coming out with the same allegations that Amy called her crazy for.
Until you do right by me, it's always been about the kids. It's always been about the kids. Now you want to speak? I'm still blocked, so I can't see what the you're saying. But now you want to speak because he brought you into it? Girl! It's everybody else's fault? Wow! So you just don't... Any of us fell for the antics either, right? None of us fell for the narcissism. Are you crazy, Amy? Amber? What is it? Like, Are you serious right now? You called me crazy, right? You said I was jealous. You said I wanted him when it's always been about the kids. And now you want to sit here and cry and sit here and be like, it's because of what everybody else did to him. No, it's because of what he does to people. I was just first. I was collateral damage. Let's call Royce crazy, and people will believe it because I'm baby Jesus. Girl, shut up.
There's a time and place. I don't think any adult should be celebrating the fact that kids are being abused. See, I told you my child was being abused by Dwight and you didn't listen to me, so now I'm celebrating that somebody else's kid has been abused. Bro, what type of woman would do this? It's sickening.
Feelings involved. You not thinking. So everyone in the situation, the girls in the situation are hurt. Dwight is clearly the common denominator. Whatever he's doing, he's wilding. He's bugging the fuck out. But when you are hurt, when you feel like somebody's hurt you, you not clearly thinking straight. You know what I mean? Because she said is, in the beginning it's about the kids. But when you feel like someone's hurt you, and you quote unquote feel like revenge or karma is coming back around, and I'm putting myself in her shoes, and you're a personality, an influencer, or whatever. You go to the internet. You go, see, I told you. You know what I mean? You thought I was crazy because the narrative about her was that she was crazy. She bugging. She just a bitter baby mom. This coming out just shows that she might have not been lying 100%. You know what I mean? She might have, she could have put a little sprinkle on it, but for the most part, she wasn't lying. Dwight got some demons that he fighting with.
All of these adults, they're weird. And they need to seek help. And if Dwight is the perpetrator, then turn Dwight in.
That's the end of the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, because the drugs, the allegations with the kids, the adults covering it up to protect Dwight, it's all weird. And then we still don't know what's going on with the kids. We still don't know. So y'all let me know what y'all think about the video. It's nasty work for Dwight, either way you put it. Either way you put it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.